Here. Moshe Rabbeinu over the 4 years in the desert, never saw a snake. First time he saw a
Was ik
snake.
gezegd met een mol dat yeah, what happened?
And he told to hold by the tail.
Amen. This is a Sicha, Geschmack is Sicha. Darf it's not a Mogadik Sicha, even though a little Nakud in the Sicha is Mogad. It's a very choshev stick, and unfortunately, we see that this week, Sefelt the Mata Lakim, the leadership.
Oh yeah,
the leadership, the Mata Lakim. It's so sad. It's so sad to see.
Chia from one side and Simcha from the other side.
Exactly. There's a big Simcha that 3 families are reunited.
I don't think it's one. One eye did not put the dim of this
right
and when they saw the video, but still.
Okay, so let's talk about Mata Lakim. Vayemer Elov Hashem Maza Biyodecha. Vayemer Mata. Vayemer Shlichei Arza v'Shlichei Arza v'Hila Nochash v'Yonas Moshe Mitfonov. Like Rabbi Greenwald just asked, what is he running so much? Then the Eibusha says, "Samata azeh tikach biyadecha asher tasa boyes oisos." Okay, so the Eibusha gave him a whole bunch of oisos to do, and he said, "Amata azeh tikach biyadecha." Yikach Moshe zishtem bezmonim v'yakim v'malachamor v'yoshev artzim Mitzrayim v'yikach Moshe zmata l'kim biyodei. Okay, that's in Parsha Shmois. Let's just read a little piece of Yalkut Shemoyim. It's like a Shmak and Medish, and everyone's familiar with this, but it's nice to see it inside. The Samaka Zet Tikach Amata Zet Tikach B'Yadacha Amata Shenivra Bein Hashmoshes Nimsal Adam Rishon Megan Eden V'Adam Moser L'Chanoich L'Chanoich Moser L'Shem V'Shem Moser L'Avram V'Avram Moser L'Yitzchak V'Yitzchak Moser L'Yakov V'Yakov V'Lich L'Mitzrayim U'Mitzrayim L'Yosef Shemeis Yosef Nitaltal Kol Beiser. When Yosef passed away, everything in his house was taken away, packed up by Mazel Tov movers. Benitim bepalting shal pare. V'hoya Yisroi echad mechatum mitzrayim. V'ro esamata v'chama doise belibe. V'lokchoi v'evi v'note betoir gan shaloi. V'lo yoyo yocho likare v'elav. No one could get close to this matter. Atsheba Moshe Le'eretz Midyan, v'nichnas l'toyer gam beisa v'ras amata v'kores ha'isa she'alav v'shalach yod v'lotche, v'rayis revam zehu ha'ish shu asa ligelas Yisrael v'Mitzrayim. Lefikach nosan lo yitzepoyre vitalish. That Yisrael right away when he saw that Moshe picked up this mata, he said, this is the guy. This is the guy. This guy could pick up this mata.
This is my son.
That's it. This is the guy. What a shvet. So he took him as a son-in-law. Vikach nosel at the point of bit Elisha shno v'yal Moshe v'Moshe roya manik b'oisei mata soyna shel Yisra ben shana v'lo shiklo isam chayes asoda v'im porim v'robim harba miyod v'leim akosam v'im meketzoin kedoshim v'yanik zetzoin ashabor l'halo efoidim. So this is a very, very special stick. Moshe didn't stop and go. I was in the store in the Gadi Blazinski store in Borough Park, and I see silver sticks. I said, "What do you have? Who needs silver sticks?" I was like, he said, "Oh, you have to be a Rebbe. If you want to be a Rebbe, you have to buy a stick like this, with a silver head.
If it's gold."
If
it's gold,
it'd be a bigger Rebbe. Be a bigger Rebbe. So Moshe Rabbeinu was not stam. It was a gold stick. This was a stick from Adam Rishon that came down to Yaakov Avinu to Yosef Atzadik, and it had the Medrash says it was written on it the Tzach Hadash Ba'achav. Very choshev mata. Okay.
Where is another stick?
I don't know. Good question.
The Mechilot from Beis Hamikdash.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, exactly. It was one of the things that were nignas. Vayeira, it says, "Ve'em Hashem al Moshe v'alaron leimer, ki daber aleichem pari leimer tnu lochem moifes v'amar to alaron kach es amatcho v'hashlach lifnei fare v'hi l'sanet." Okay, so the Eibusha tells him that if Pari will ask for a moifes, Aaron should make the moifes. Aaron should make the moifes. Vayove Moshe v'Aaron al Pare v'Yasu ken kasher tziv Hashem v'yashlach Aaron as matei lifnei Pare lifnei Avoda v'Yilasanet. It turned into a sonnet. Vayikir gam Pare lechachomim v'lemachashim v'Yasu gemheim chartu b'mitzrayim b'lateim came. V'yashlichu ish mateyu v'Yilasaninim v'yiv lamate Aaron as matoisach. After it turned back into a stick, Aaron's sticks swallowed their sticks, which is a big pella.
The stick should
The stick should swallow. Okay, the end. Next. Moshe kovei leit pare mein l'shalachom. Leichel pare baboiker hine yoytze ha'mayma v'nitzavta l'kros el Sichos Shiur v'amata shenepach l'noch v'shtikach b'yodecha. Tomorrow morning, go to him, find him on the Sichos Shiur, and then talk to him by the Sichos Shiur. V'amarte oilov Hashem alakei vidim shlachani elecha leimer shlachas v'etzami v'yavduni b'midbar. Hine lo shamata at koi. Koi omer Hashem b'zois teida kani Hashem. B'zois teida kani Hashem. Hine anoich make b'mata asher b'yodi alamayim. That I'm going to take the mata asher b'yodi, I'm going to hit it on the water. So, who is anoichi? Who's anoichi? Who's talking over here? Who's anoichi? Huh? Moshe, right? Because it says Vayeira Hashem al Moshe. Yeah, Vayeira Hashem al Moshe. Koved leiv pare mein l'shalach halam. Leich al pare baboike. V'amata shenepach l'noch shtikach biyot. V'amarta elo Hashem alakim v'shlachani lechem v'shalach halam v'doni b'mid ben l'shmat al koi. Komer Hashem b'zoy tedi keni Hashem ki hinei anoichi make b'mata shebiyod elamam shebeyor v'ineh b'cholodom. Moshe is saying this. Okay. Moshe is telling Pare, hear ye Pare, anoichi make b'mata shebiyod elamayim asher beyor v'nef cholodam. I'm going to take the stick in my hand, I'm going to hit the yor, it'll turn into blood. V'adog asher beyor, toms b'vo sheyor v'nilo mitzrayim, ishusmayim min hayor. That they'll give up to find fresh water. Vayeira Hashem al Moshe emar al Aaron, kach matchon et yodcha al meim mitzrayim, al narosim al yereim ba'al agmeim ba'al kol mikvim meimeim v'yu l'dom v'hoy dom b'chol ha'etz mitzrayim v'eitzim avonim v'yas kein Moshe v'anak asher tziv Hashem v'yorim b'mata v'yachas ha'mayim asher b'yor le'enei fara le'enei avoda v'yavcho kol ha'mayim asher b'yor l'dom. It's the first of the 10 makas.
סתם ככה, למה צריך בכלל את המטה? סתם ככה, למה צריך בכלל את המטה?
שאלה טובה, מה זה המטה הזה?
לא, למה צריך אותו בכלל?
רק מה זה המטה הזה?
הקדוש ברוך הוא רצה שזה יהיה דווקא על ידי מטה.
למה?
דווקא על ידי מטה.
אברהם אבינו עשה ניסים גם בלי מטה.
דווקא על ידי מטה.
אברהם לא כן,
כמו משד,
אברהם היה לו את המטה.
לא.
כן, המטה הזה היה אצל אברהם, אצל יצחק.
הוא היה אצל האדם הראשון.
התחיל מאדם הראשון.
אדם, חנוך לשם, שם לאברהם, אברהם ליצחק, יצחק ליעקב.
במלך המשיח, כשהוא ילך עם החמור, הוא יבוא עם המטה הזה גם כן.
למה היה צריך מטה מלכתחילה?
מה המטה הזה? במלך המשיח, כשהוא יבוא לחמור, הוא יבוא עם המטה הזה.
הבנתי, אבל למה צריך אותו מלכתחילה? אפשר לעשות ניסים גם בלי מטה.
צריך אנטנה.
למה צריך את המטה בכלל?
שאלה טובה, זה מה שאלת דבר בתחילת השיר. מה זה המטה?
ולמה דווקא לנחש, גם לא מבין.
So, it's a good question. Let's talk about the question that the Rebbe has over here. The Rebbe asks the question that all the Meforshim ask. The question that they ask is that in the Parsha Shmois, the Eibishter says, Maze b'yodecha v'imamata. Moshe had a mata. The Eibishter to Moshe to throw the mata on the ground and turn into a snake. Then he told him to pick it up. Then he told him to make a miracle with it. He told him, when you go to Mitzrayim, make sure you take the mata. Vayikach Moshe's mata l'kim b'yodeh. The mata, very special mata. Okay, very, very special mata. Very, very special mata. Later, when they're going to need the water, Rashi says that he told them that the Yidden was saying that with this mata, only bad things happen. So the Eibishter said, you see, that it's not true. You should take that mata, so the Yidden will know that the same mata could be for good and could be for the opposite. Okay. Remember, take the matzah. So he takes the matzah. The Medrash says it's a very special matzah. Okay. The Eibishter wanted that he should take this very special matzah. Already from the days of Odom Rishon, it was already written on the matzah that the future that is going to be the Tzachadash V'Achav. It's going to be the 10. It's unbelievable. The Eibishter already said the Odom Rishon, unbelievable. So I want you to use this matzah. I want Pari to know that I knew already about him 2,400 years ago. Okay. But what happens at Parshas Vayeira, Lepoil, when it comes down to it, the Eibishter says, when you V'amar tel Aaron, you tell Aaron, Kachas matcha, take your matcha.
Not Moshe.
Not Moshe's, Aaron's matcha. Sounds like he's telling him to take Aaron's matcha. And it sounds like that's what happened by Makas Dom, Tzvardeya, Kinim. That's what happened by the Moifas turning the stick into a snake. That it was not Mata Moshe, it was Mata Aaron. The shaila is what's going on. The truth, the Ibn Ezra says that there's two different miracles. The miracle that happened originally that he did for the Eden is the Mata turned into Nochash. The miracle that happened in front of Paroi is that the Mata turned into Tanim. A Nochash and Tanin are two different things. I'm not sure what a Nochash is and what a Tanin is. So maybe we'll say a Nochash is a snake and a Tanin is a crocodile. Okay, Lamazog. That's very good for the Ibn Ezra. But the Rashi says over here that Latanim Nochash. And I underlined in the Chumash why Rashi says it. The Rebbe says because it says in Vayeira. You see, I underlined it. I may the bold is not the third line of Vayeira. Vahilutanim. 3 lines later, Va'amata shenepach lenochash tikach biyodecha. So the pasuk itself says that
One time call it 21.
right, Elamai, Rashi learned that in Pshuta Shamikra, Nochosh and Tanin is Hainu Hach. Nochosh and Tanin is Hainu Hach. So either they both mean a crocodile or same thing. Hainu Hach, same thing. Either they're both a snake or they're both a crocodile. Or there's something else, not a snake and not a crocodile. I don't know. Maybe they're caimans. The caimans are they're very popular in the Yoidim.
Kind of a dragon.
One second. That Aaron's matzah became a nachash. Then Hashem tells him take Aaron's matzah.
This is the question. In Pasha Shmois, he told him that he should take his mata to make the oasis, the mata of Moshe. In Pashas, in Vayeira, it says, V'amarta Aaron kachas matcho, your mata. And it sounds like, Vayashlach Aaron es mateihu lifnei parei. So which mata did they use? Mata Moshe or mata Aaron?
Then it says,
So there's 3 shittas talking. One shitta is that they use 2 matas. The Barbanel holds that they use both matas. Like in Mata Dam, some things happen through Mata Moshe, some through Mata Aaron. Some of Forshim hold that it was one. It's all Mata Moshe. Moshe gave Aaron his Mata, and the other pshat is fakert. It was one Mata. It's all Mata Aaron. So either it's one.
What happened to Mata Moshe?
What happened to Mata Moshe? Okay.
And the Torah called Hamat, not Samat.
So these are the 3. When Torah Taka says Hamat, there's 3 pshatim. There's a lot of them, but come down to 3. It's what's happening. It's all Mata Aaron. It's all Mata Moshe. Or the 2 matas. Half the job is done by Mata Moshe, and half the job is done by Mata Aaron. Okay. The Zohar says, "My time."
The word Mata Elokim. It's the holiest of the holiest. The
Heilige.
Heilige of the Heilige. The opposite of Heilige of the Heilige. The clip of the clip. What
Right.
Snake.
Right.
How could be the Heilige of the Heilige turned to be the lowest of the lowest? The lowest
Very,
of the lowest turned to be the Heilige. Okay.
very good. So that's talking about the Zohar. The Zohar.
Nochas in the Tanin.
The Zohar Taket says some such a thing. The Zohar says, "My time and Mata Aaron, Mata Moshe, Elahu the Moshe Kaddish Yotir." Moshe's stick was very full of kedusha, and therefore, "V'loy boy kutshe brichu le so v'loy b'in chutrin de chushayim." The Eibusha did not want that it should become tomei by eating up the sticks of the chushayim. Of the Chachomim, the Machashrim of Mitzrayim, the Chartumim Mitzrayim. V'lo yoid. Second thing, v'lo yoid. Not only this reason, the second reason. Elo lachafia loin. That the Eibishter wants that there should be a skafia to sitra the smaller, and therefore begin the aran osa mimina usmola is skafia bimina. So there's two reasons that the Zoya says why Lapoil they used Mata Aaron and not Mata Moshe. In other words, there was two Matas according to the Zoya. Moshe had his Rebbesh stick, Aaron had his Rebbesh stick. Lapoil they only used Mata Aaron. Why? Because number one, the Eibishter didn't want that Mata Moshe should become Tomei, and number two, there's an Inyan that Dafke Mata Aaron break the Mata of the Klippa. That Aaron represents Yamin and the Khartoum represents Smoil, and it's a skafia Smoil be Yamin. Okay, one pshat. So according to the Zohar, what is the Mata that is doing the miracles? The magic wand is Mata Aaron. Fine. Second pshat is the pshat of the Ibn Ezra. The Ibn Ezra is Pumpfakir. Tachav Mata, Mata Moshe, Shanos Naloi. The Ibn Ezra could hold that there was two matas also. But when it came to do the oasis, each one had a Rebbe Shemata. Moshe gave over his mata. Shenos naloi, v'hod emer Aaron, kachas matzo v'neteyot ksiv, v'yorim b'mata, v'yachas hamayim. Hine yodenu b'psichos habeis, shehu hamata yedua. B'mata. B'mata means not his mata, Aaron's mata. Ba'mata means the mata that Moshe gave him. In other words, a patach under the base from a mata yidu shemaloi echas matcha goyed matra shekisa b'Sicha later in Pasha B'Shalach. It all shows that that Moshe Rabbeinu gave over his stick to Aaron, and Aaron used Moshe Rabbeinu's stick. That's Ibn Ezra's shita. So, in a way, Ibn Ezra flows in a certain way very nicely in Pshat. The Moshe Rabbeinu stick is it's Mata Lakim, it's the Mata, this is the Mata that the Eibishter Mesheshes Mebereshes appeared with written inside the Tzach Hadash Bachav. In a way, it goes very well. This is a third Pshat. Barbanel. Barbanel said there were two Matas. 50% of the job was done through Mata Moshe, and 50% of the job was done through Mata Aaron. It's moidic. Three pshatim. Hashayla Dalet. Lately, we're learning a lot about Barbanel. We see that Barbanel had a very unique. He took to get every parsha. He would ask anything from 12 to 24 questions. And the way I feel is the Barbanel was the last generation of Jews who lived in splendor in Spain. And a lot of them were Anashim Maskilim. Yeah, they were Anashim Maskilim. They were highly intelligent people, and they were looking. He very much rationalizes the story, not in an apologetic way. Chas v'sholom. He was a tzaddik, and he was but he rationalized. He brings it down in a certain level of pshat, not Rashi's pshat, the pshuta shel mikra, but a certain you'd call an elegant pshat, and he really puts together the story in a way. He'll ask like 12, 18 questions, and then he answers. It's not like one. It's not like Omdish, like Rosh Hashiva asks 18 questions, and Yisoid, and with this Yisoid, you answer all. That's not his thing. He asks 18 questions, and then he goes through. He says, "B'zeh yunach shayla alav abeis," and then v'oid shateda b'zeh yunach push abeis agimel v'adal. Okay, that's the Barbanel. Shayla hadalad. Look over here. He has one of his shaylas is that you see. Why did it behoove to say that Tzach Hadash Bachav? Why isn't it to say whatever? There's 10 markers. So he says, if you look, by Dam, it says right away in the beginning that I'm making this matter. You know why? Because the second, the third, it doesn't say bezois teida. And the fourth matter, it says again about knowing the Eibishter, and also by when it comes to the seventh matter. And he has a whole beautiful yesod. There's three things that Pari doesn't believe in. Pari doesn't believe in the Eibishter. Pari doesn't believe that the Eibishter punishes people for what they do and rewards. And Pari doesn't believe that the Eibishter can make miracles. So first three, Makas Bechoides, that was a free for all. I mean, that was Machatchila. It was Anoichi Hoirik Bincha Becherecha because it's a Chvatshepet to the Yidden, the Bechoirik B'ni Bechoy Yisrael, so that was a punishment. That was a flat out punishment, Makas Bechoides. But the other was 3, 3, and 3. And if you look in the Psukim, it flows so well that the first was that you should know Laman Teide Keni Avaya. He said, Lo Yadati Es Hashem. Oh, the first 3 Makas, Laman Teide Keni Hashem. The second one is there was a different lotion, the pasuk that you'll know that I punish and I reward, and that was another 3. That was the tzach, the adash, and ba'acham is that he should know that the Eibishter could change the teva. So that was the first 3 kashas, for example. The fourth kasha is our kasha. Shaila Dalin. Stira nidus bepsukim v'hi shematzad echad hida shenes adam nasa b'mata shalmoisha kamoisha amar v'mata shenepch liyonochash tikach biyodeka. The Eibishter said, take when you go to meet party on the water, and so take with you the mata shenepch liyonochash. Umoisha atzma amar hineni hine anoichi make b'mata shel biyodi. So in other words, he's saying befeiret that he's taking his mata. Mitzad acher yira shebemata ananas anes. Ukumoisha Amar Emor el Aaron Neteyas Yot Kalmeim Mitzrayim. So which one was it? Was it Moshe's mata or Aaron's mata? It's a stira in the psukim. Okay, Omno. Hine anoichi mata im divrei Moshe. V'hoisa kavanose shemoshe Yaakov b'mata asher b'yode b'yode Mitzrayim hunilus. Umiyad kol mei mayor yishapchu l'dam b'aviyas amitis dam gomer b'oifen sha'adoga shebayod hu shem amin Thomas ki kasher lo yitishef hamayim atzlulim yad Thomas v'akol azois v'yo yasa Moshe atzmei b'mateu lo yarim b'nei zetola Hashem hakol sayor b'Moshe b'mateu omnam tziva Hashem l'Moshe oit sheyemer l'Aaron shegam hu yake b'mateu b'nahoris Mitzrayim o b'agamim v'chol mokem meimim והנה נהורס מצרים הוא הם לשוינס היואר הגודל הנמשכים מאויס הנילוס להשקס הסודוס והגמים הם מקומס יגדל בו בהם הסבים וקונם בתוך המים like we do rice or such things we has to have patches of water ומקווה מימים הם הבוידס שמכניסים בהם המים השאובים שיחן ומאוידס וכל מוקים שם בתשם מים נכלל ביואריהם ונהורס והגמים לא נילוס שהוא יואר מצרים כי הוא Yuchud la'akos Moshe el b'chol shora mekayim sheyikavu b'mamayim b'Mitzrayim hi ke'ana b'mateu v'li zeh ma'isem yuchud la'ana b'fnei atzma bo lo v'amira b'fnei atzma l'Moshe v'tzivo emer l'aren kach matcha v'natei yodecha v'lachein lo timtze shetziv la'aren sheyaka b'yoir Mitzrayim hu nilus ela al na'aroisam v'lagmeim v'yivtichu shegam akos anan tase hanes Ahu v'hoy adam v'chol eretz Mitzrayim b'eitzah avonim kolem v'shagam b'eitzah avonim b'chol mokum v'shayak Aaron b'matei Yudam l'fi she'hakos shtayim hakos Moshe b'matei ala Nilus number 1 number 2 v'hakos Aaron b'matei al shonim hakoyim v'shoy sham hamayim l'chein ha'makos v'yasu kei Moshe v'Aaron kasher tziva Hashem ki shneiim osu ma'asher nitztavu boi kol echad b'fnei atzma. Beautiful. In a way, the Barmanel flows so well in the psukim, so well.
And some Moshe Rabbeinu could not do it because he was saved by the year, so he can.
He doesn't hold the Rashi. He doesn't hold the Rashi. Barmanel nish gelernt Rashi. No, nish gelernt.
He doesn't say the pshat. Doesn't say the pshat of the Rashi.
Where's the Barmanel actually takes his source from?
Barbanel thought through everything. It was pshat. He had his own mahalach pshat.
Not Rashi pshat.
Very different than Rashi pshat. But if you look in the psukim, it goes so well. No, it's not by Chomesh Lemikra. V'ilo hoya kol achas la'aran b'matei b'lavad k'divrei ha'meforshim lo yomokum l'posek v'yasu kem Moshe v'Aaron kasher tziva Hashem v'bir ha'kosa miyad ma she'osa Moshe v'kosa v'oid amru v'yachas hamayim she'be'er le'ene paralein v'odav shemilas v'yorem chezeres l'Moshe and his geres shu שהוא אשר היכסה יאור נילוס ועושה בפני פר לפני עבודו מיד אחרי הכוס הנפח כל המים שביאור ההוא לדם מייס הדוגו בו שיאור בסיבס הנבילוס מהדוגים אשר שם And but the other places there was no dogim. Sichos Shiur too. Mitzirim lishis me'ayor v'merutzosem b'terem shishapach l'chutz shadayin lo yodam hina lo yochel lishis me'ayor machmas b'osham because it smell. Zeo pirish v'nilo mitzrayim shitruchu atzam lishtis me'ayor b'merutzos koidem shenepchu l'dam u'b'yishas hadogas Timone mashtia vidu shekol zanema b'sipur akol shika Moshe v'omna lakol shika Aaron kol mikveh amayim shebemitzrayim shalom hamakoh hi lifnei farav lifnei avodav asher itek akos Moshe shahoya Aaron hoylech b'mitzrayim b'chol mokem mokem shahoya moitze mayim v'yomake oisam b'mateu. The Barbanel we saw in the past this year we've touched in the Barbanel a lot. Totally different way. But if you look back, I just look back at Psukim, it goes in a very, very well. Because look, it says that after Lechel Pari, Teda, Bezois Teda, Keni Hashem Hina Necha B'mata Shebiyodi, El Mayim Shebeyev Nefchol Adam, But Shbeyev Vosh V'num Em Hashem HaMoish Em Alaren Kach Es Matchem Etei Otchal Meim Mitzrayim Al Naroisem Al Yereim Al Agmeim Val Kol Mikvim Ameim Ve'el Adam. He didn't tell them on the Yo'or. On a different thing. He told Moshe should be on the Nilus. Aaron should be Naroisem, Yereim, Agmeim, Mikvimeimeim, and it should be Be'etzim Avonim. It means the place where they have a boar made from Eitzim and Avonim.
I thought the actual Avonim beat us.
That's a drash from Chazal. It's a drash from Chazal. Even Rashi says Eitzim Avonim means Kelim Shel Eitzim, Kelim Shel Avonim.
Meaning like if
they had
storage, water,
right,
and everything.
if they had storage built from Eitzim or Avonim. Vayaske Moshe, Aaron, Keshetziv Hashem, but each one did his job. Vayeira v'mata v'yachas hamayim le'nefare. That's Moshe. And on and on and on. The psukim, there's not enough place in the page to quote, but it goes very well. But Rashi doesn't hold up all three. That says Zok Tereba. Why? And Rashi would have said something. But Rashi would have said something. Why the Zoya's pshat doesn't go well according to pshat is a Zoy. To say that Moshe Rabbeinu's mata is so kedushadik that it shouldn't turn into a nochash. First of all, they had already turned once into a nochash. And that wasn't a bezoyim. So when he did it for the Yidden, so when he did it for Pari, it'll be a bezoyim. And it's hard for a child to in pshat to understand. And the first time when he did it by the Yidden, it was also Rashi says, so in Pshat, when he did it by the Yidden, the Nochash represented a bad thing. Bad thing. And still the Eibusha wasn't Chosal Kvoide Shel Moshe Fakir. He wanted the Yidden to see that he's going to have tzaras, and his steak is going to turn to a Nochash, because he didn't. So in Pshat, to say that the Eibusha was Chosal Kvoide Shel Moshe, and didn't want that Moshe to use his mata is hard to see. And the other Pshat is even harder to see in Pshat. That the Tzad Yamin and Tzad Asmoel, the kid knows that Moshe Rabbeinu was sent to take the Yidden out of Mitzrayim. If you got to crush party, if you got to take 10 people of Chanas and kill them, 25, you need to take 1,000. Whatever you need, whatever it takes. I mean, what's smaller, B'Yamina, that's not in Pshat. And the second Pshat, which is the Ebenezer, which is Fakir, that they use not Mata Aaron, they use Mata Moshe, and Rashi would have to say that. He would have to say that, and it doesn't sound that way in the words from the pasuk. In the pasuk in Vayeira it says V'amarta Aaron kakas matfo your stick, and it says Vayashlach Aaron es matehu his stick. And if Rashi held that the Ebenezer was right, he would have said something. And the Barbanel Pshat, his mamish doesn't flow in Shemik, and for sure Rashi should have said something. The Rebbe has his pshat. The Rebbe says that a child will understand this. Rashi says later, by Dom Tzvadei Akinim, that it wasn't possible Moshe should do the Makkah. Why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu was saved by the Nilus. Because his mother put him as a baby in the basket. Because he was saved by this water, it's not Kedai that he should go punish this water and turn it into blood and turn it into frogs. And Kinim, when he killed the Mitzri with Bnei Bachol, so it's not nice that Moshe should take the Chol and turn it into Kinim. So therefore, that has to happen through Aaron. Okay? So if Aaron is doing that, remember, when you have a magic wand, it's not the one that just waves the wand. It's the wand itself, right? It's the koyach is in the mata. So if we're going to use Moshe Rabbeinu's mata, it's mata lakim. Ich verstehe.
But that Moshe Rabbeinu has nothing to do with it.
Ich verstehe, but
whatever Hashem tells him to do.
good. But which mata are we using?
The same story with the
So then Moshe should. So then Moshe Rabbeinu could do the. He could hit
any market.
Exactly. He could hit the yoid and say, "I'm not turning you into blood. I'm a messenger from the Rebbeinu Shalom."
So he's saying
For whatever reason, the Eibishter wanted to show that Hakoras Hatoiv, that Moshe is going to remove himself. He's going to let Aaron do it. So if you remove yourself, don't give over your stick. So it makes sense in the Vachomesh Lemikra why Moshe kept his stick, and why it sounds in Pshuta Shemikra that Aaron used his stick for Dam Tzvadei Kinim, because the Eibishter did right. He took his stick, or Aaron's stick. The shaila is by the Nochash. The Rebbe says that a child will never ask this question. He says a child visualizes pshat, not fancy, not even the Ibn Ezra. He says, think how a child sees what's going on. Pari is sitting on his throne. Pari is sitting on his throne. Pari is sitting on his throne. So.
Pretty small throne.
I'm laughing because I did a play in camp. Atuli Silverberg made a play about the story of going out of Mitzrayim. And he asked me to be part So it was my part in the play. That was many years ago. This is 30 years ago. 30 years ago.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
Totally
Silverberg. So Pari, huh? Yeah. So Pari is sitting on his throne, and everyone's standing there, and they're showing a moifus that the Rebbeinu Shalom sent. So now the Chatumim also going to be Chachamim, and they're going to throw their sticks, and then V'yivla Mata Aaron is Matoisa. Could you imagine that before he starts, he says, "Wait a minute, I got it." He says, "And wait a minute." He takes his stick, he puts it aside, he says, "Aaron, Moshe. Would you please give me your stick?" And Moshe gives him a stick. What a bezoyan it is. Every one of the Chatumim has his own stick. Every one of the Chatumim is throwing his own stick. And Aaron, the Eibishter said, "Hu Moshe ve'Aaron asher tziva Hashem lo yitzis bnei Yisrael meretz Mitzrayim, hu Moshe ve'Aaron." And Aaron is every guy is a knacket over here, and he has his own stick. And Aaron is a yukul. He puts a stick in the side and he says, "Moshe, can I please give me a stick, Moshe?" Saltach Nish can clap. And Vachomesh Mikra is not going to ask a shaila why the Eibishter said that we want to show something to Pari that will impress Pari. And Pari doesn't learn the Barbanel and the Ibn Ezra and the Zoyar, Nishma Fulful. Pari sees that Aaron starts whispering to Moshe, and he takes a stick. It's a shvach. It's a shvacha thing, you know. It's like this
before.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like a Rebbe that comes in without a gaba, you know.
No, but not stick.
Without a stick. Well, what kind of thing? It was in the classifieds once. It was in the classifieds in the Jewish newspaper. Gabbai Zucht Rebbe. Gabbai Zucht Rebbe. He was already a fartig Gabbai.
By the way, we have power of tomorrow. It's getting inaugurated. All the Spanish guys are all scared. And they're going to hit them.
Yeah. Davodim. So he's going to send them to peace and Ramses. So therefore, so the question that No, because every person, every Ish Choshev walked with
before. He gave it to him.
So they would switch
before he got
matters.
in. Before
They would switch matters before they go in.
No, because it must be with the pshat that Aaron give the hit to the Nilus. Not Moshe. We're going with this line.
Right.
So if we're going with the line of Rashi, so Aaron hit the Nilus and he got the mate in his hand already.
Aaron's matter.
Yeah. So we got before he got the pro, also he got the same mate.
His own matter, not Moshe's. Why
Yeah,
he was Moshe's?
Moshe.
Like you said,
But
the miracles from the Eibishter. The miracles from the Eibishter. Why do you have to change matters?
No, if we're going with the pshat, it must be he gave it to him before and he used the same Moshe mate all the time.
Yeah, I don't use the same matter,
Not
but why would you have to
somebody
say
they
that
exchanged all
they?
the time.
Right,
That's
they didn't
exchange.
exchange. They didn't change. That's what they're saying. Someone asked a question. When the Rebbe said this pshat, the Rebbe, someone asked, but you didn't answer the shaila from the Barbanel. The Barbanel asked, it says, Anoichi make v'mata asher biyodi. When he said to Paroi, he says, Anoichi make v'mata asher biyodi. And then the B'shalach it says, Matcha asher ikisa b'esa yor tikach biyodecha. And Rashi says, "Boy lo kapari mitzrayim, kama makas mitzrayim v'layam." Of course, then Rashi should say something. So Rashi should make it clear.
Basically, the Rebbe is sticking to the Rashi pshat.
Yes, the Rashi pshat. So the Rebbe says.
What's the Rashi?
So the Rebbe answered. Like this. The Rebbe answered. Essentially, Ayin Torah Shleimish. Ramban, Sanhedrin, Zohar. So let's give a look over here in the Torah Shlema. I'm copying the other side. Torah Shlema, it brings over here an Ois Pavav. That's when he told them to bring out the water from for Klal Yisrael from the rock. Amre Babo, Kol HaMaasas Chavere, L'Devar Mitzvah, Mala L'Makosam Kila Asor. Shenemar Mata Shekisa B'Seor, V'Fi Moshe Yikol, V'Lo Eloloi Meloch, Kol HaMaasas Chavere, L'Devar Mitzvah, Mala L'Makosam Kila Asor. That it says, what do you mean a matcha shekisa boy? The Barbanel says, oh, matcha shekisa boy, because there was 50% of the job was done through Moshe, 50 Aaron. Moshe Rabbeinu hit the Yored, and Aaron hit the other little places. Okay, very nice. But if you don't learn like the Barbanel, so the Gemara says that because Moshe told Aaron to do it, kol ha'ma'asas chaveru l'dvar mitzvah. If you influence another yid to do a mitzvah, it's as if you did the mitzvah. If you influence another yid to put on film, you influence another yid to learn another daf gemara, it's as if you learned the daf gemara. Look in the bottom, Orach Abov, Shiltus, Bezoyer, Vechiteim, Aksiv, Amata, Shekisa, Basayor, Moshe Lemocha, Eloyama, Vekaria Yoir, Moshe Rabbeinu split the yam, but he never hit the Yoir. Eloyer, the Mocha Aaron, Al Yedei Moshe. The Yoir was really hit by Aaron. Through the Koyach of Moshe, the Shav Yakrot, the Iu Ovid, and the Torah considers it as if Moshe Rabbeinu did it, because Moshe gave him the command. Peter Shemban, he says like this: V'tam u'matcha shekisa boy b'tziv l'haran yizker b'makas hayoir v'lo yomer amata shenepach l'nochash oy v'amata asher asisa b'soyse. Lahasker boy pella ki ozn hofach hamayim ledam oitzeis meteva vehat yovi mayim b'tzura chalomish v'hina yasa boy davar v'hipukoy. The Ramban said the same stick. You want to say the same exactly? You're not complaining. This is the same stick that made the blood. The same stick is going to make now water. The same stick. You see, Bezoyer,
Where can we buy one of these sticks?
the what's it called for $49.50. You can go to Manhattan. There's a store. What's it called?
Witchcraft.
Yeah. The matcha shekisa
Benjelini.
Matcha shekisa b'seyor kach biyotcha v'alachta. My timer mishum the machok benisyan have mishmo kadisha olei rishim bey. That already was a lot of nisim through the stick, and there was the Shema Kedisha was Roshim there. Okay.
So according to this Aaron stick. the whole time.
No, so what the Rebbe is saying is that the pshat is like this. These are the Rebbe's answer. That because the pasuk says befedish that Aaron was hit, so because the pasuk says take it from Miyad, the Emer el Aaron, so we understand that even though Moshe said Onoichi make b'mata shel biyodi, that he didn't mean kipchuta, because the next pasuk is already going to explain what it means b'mata shel biyodi. That means because he's my shliach. And that's the pshat also later, like the Ramban, the Sanhedrin, the Gemara says that when Moshe Rabbeinu was bringing the water out of the rock, the Eibishter said, "Umatcha shekisa boyas hayor." It doesn't mean that Moshe really hit the Yoir, because Moshe did not hit the Yoir. Moshe Beferish did not hit the Yoir. Alamai, because Moshe Rabbeinu gave the mitzvah to Aaron. So therefore, it's neshver, because when the pasuk says befedish, next pasuk, he says to Pare, "I'm going to hit with my stick," but next pasuk, that's what he's saying to Pare. But the next pasuk says that the Eibusha tells Moshe, tell Aaron to hit, and the child knows it's not a lie, because if you tell someone you're going to do something and then you send a shliach to do it, because the Eibusha told you to send a shliach, so you kept your word. You told Pare you're going to hit the yored, and then the Eibusha says, tell Aaron to hit the yored. So what the Eibusha said? You did it. He's your shliach, and he did it. So the bottom line, it's done. So
is it Aaron's matter?
No.
Moshe's matter.
There is only one matter, basically.
There was two matters. Moshe had his matter. Everyone holds those two matters. The question
but who was doing the
right?
Yeah.
So the Rebbe thinks that according to Rashi in Pshuta Shal Mikra, that when they did the moifes in front of Paroi, they used the mata Aaron, and when Aaron hit the oil for mata for the first three makois, so their kinim was with mata Aaron and not mata Moshe.
So what's special about them? So
what's special
about the Moshe's matter? Big deal. So two models doing basically miracles. So what's special by Moshe Mata? You got it from Adam Arishon, Abraham.
The Rashi Taka doesn't bring this. Rashi never brings the Yalkut Shimoni. That
we understand it's spatial, and only
right.
this can do all the work.
So Rashi never brings that Yalkut Shimoni. That Mata was special.
This one I understood all the time.
Right.
Nivra ben hashmashot, katuv nivra ben hashmashot, like mouth breathing. So
okay.
there's must be something special. Right. But even not telling me Aaron doing and this doing so what's special, but this
I want to know how
right.
he got that.
So
in the first place, because
Rashi in Pshat does not bring that Moshe's Mata was that special. Moshe's Mata was special, and Aaron's Mata was special.
But
like you said,
mentioning Aaron. According to Rashi, there's no Aaron here.
There is Aaron.
How?
The one that was in front of Pare was Mata Aaron.
Yeah, but it's not saying Aaron voice. It's not mentioning Aaron is doing anything with his mata.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. And even a child will understand that Aaron used his own mata, because that's what it sounds like from the pasuk. Because the pasuk says, "Kidabra lechem Pare leim vetnu lechem moifes v'amarto al Aaron kachas matcho." Your mata. We have a Moshe Aaron al Pare. V'yasu ken kashetziv Hashem v'yashlach Aaron. That's Mateyu.
Yeah.
His mata.
Yeah.
His mata. Aaron's mata. Aaron's mata.
Who's the mata that made the water come out of the rock?
That was Moshe's mata.
That was Moshe.
That was Moshe.
So how does that work? He says kachat amate asher ne'epach lenachash.
So that's what he's saying, because
simple ways to say only one matter.
No, because
two already for a kid is getting confused already. It will be crazy. What's going on here? It's 2, 3, 5. What's going on here? So what's special about
so you like the Ebenezer shot. You like the Ebenezer shot. The Ebenezer is a good shot.
According to Barbanel, I see more.
I like the Barbanel shot. There's two matas, 50%. He hits him good, and the other one hits as he finishes off the job. The Barbanel is a very nice shot. The Rebbe says that there's a lesson of it, Hashem, that it seems from Rashi, really both sticks could do both jobs. Just whatever, the Poil Aaron used his stick, but both sticks bets him to do both jobs.
So like you keep these sticks all the way down to Moshe Rabbeinu, 10th generation, and 2 sticks in the same job.
You're right, that's what I'm saying. Rashi never brings this medrash that this was brought down 10 generations.
Also,
So-
Moshe Rabbeinu,
אה?
when Moshe Rabbeinu Ogvel Chabosham,
מה זה?
Moshe Rabbeinu was 10 feet high.
Then that's mentioned. That Rashi
feet
does
was
bring.
10 feet.
אהרון. זה
למטה.
סטיק, כן, נכון, הוא קפץ לאור ולהוריד אותו.
אז היה
על
נקודה למכה, המטה עשה משהו.
כן. אז יש לו מטה הזה, יש לו... זה לא סתם מטה.
כן.
10 מטר.
כן, לא סתם מכה. לא יודע.
אז איך קוראים לזה? How does that pasuk doesn't fit? That Hashem tells him take the mate that became a nachash and bring from it water. Lepoil didn't turn into a nachash. I understand Moshe כאילו מעלה עליו הכתוב כאילו עשה את המצווה.
I hear your question.
But you also מעלה על המטה כאילו המטה עשה את המצווה.
Right.
It looked
yeah,
like.
Right.
It looked
I
like.
hear.
The words are playing.
If so, then maybe you can say the mate that brought the water was Aaron's mate.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That maybe Matra Shekisa B'Seor that Moshe Rabbeinu used Aaron's mata to
bring the water.
To bring the water. I hear what you're saying. I hear.
No, so
וסתם
what
ככה פלא לפי המדרש הזה, לפי המדרש, אני יודע שאף אחד לא יכול להוציא את המטה הזה מהאדמה, אף אחד, כולם ניסו, רק משה. איך יתרו מצליח בכלל צריך לנגוע בו?
Yeah, right.
איך הוא צריך לנגוע בו בכלל? זה צריך
I
להיות משהו
think
גדול
he had-
מה יתרו עושה שם בכלל?
כן, זה עוד דבר, אבל הוא צריך לנגוע בו.
לא, היה חרטומי מצרים.
הוא היה אחד מהיועצים, הוא היה אחד מהיועצים, מהשלושה יועצים.
אתה גר במדיין, מה אתה בא למצרים שם?
לא, היה אחד משלושה יועצים.
כן,
היה
כן.
איוב, יתרו ובלעם,
כן.
שלושתם הוא ברח.
כן.
אז הוא היה שם, הוא היה בסרט, בסרט הוא היה, אבל הוא צריך לנגוע בו בכלל.
מה הוא נגע בו? הוא נגע במטה?
כן, הוא לקח, גנב את זה. הוא לקח את זה.
מאיפה?
סתם עינפו.
מיוסף, כן.
יתרו גנב מיוסף?
כן.
וכמה יתרו? 300 שנה?
You missed it in the beginning. It's in the Yalkut Shemayin.
I mean,
Okay.
wait, so why was it
The
stuck?
opening is, the Rebbe asked Moshe Rabbeinu, מה זה ביחד? What's the question, מה זה ביחד?
Right.
Moshe doesn't know what he has in his hand.
Right. So Rashi Takayas is a child.
זה כמו לאדם הראשון.
כן.
היקר.
היקר. So the Rebbe
איפה
says,
המקל? איפה המקל?
יש מדרש שאומר שהרביצה לו עם העץ. בעל הטורים אומר את זה.
שמי הביץ?
שהוא לא רצה לאכול
ותיקח מן העץ ותיתן לו.
ותיקח מן העץ, הרביצה לו שיאכל את התפוח. הרביצה לו עם העץ. יש
הייתה ספרדיה?
מישהו שמפרש את
Oh,
זה.
wow.
הייתה ספרדיה?
לא יודע, כנראה אתה
כל
רציני,
המנהגי
אתה
ספרדים
גיסי.
יש מקור.
יש פה מישהו שאומר שהוא עשה את העץ, הרביצה לו עם העץ, תאכל את התפוח.
אז הוא אומר,
זה כמו
הייתי אנוס.
מה?
זה כמו
הוא מהפחד אכל, הוא אכל מהפחד.
רבי יהודה היה נותן בהם סימנים. שואלים
כן.
למה צריך לעשות סימנים? אם אתה נותן מקום בלי סימנים זה לא מקום.
נכון.
כל האחי, המשטרה.
Rebbe says that there's two types of matas. There is Moshe and there's Aaron. Moshe mata is the union of Torah. Aaron's mata is the union of Karbonas Tefillah.
Bottom line, it's come down to...
So which is a stronger mata? Which mata? So the truth is that according to Rashi, each mata is good. Each mata is good, but it starts with Moshe's mata. Lepoil, the Eibusha told Moshe Rabbeinu to take his mata, and the first thing when he made the miracle in front of Klal Yisrael was mata Moshe. And later, when they took the mata in front of Paro, it was mata Aaron. So what's mata Moshe? Moshe Kibbutz Torah Messina. Moshe's first thing is Torah. Aaron is the union of Karbonos, which is the union of Tefillah. What do we say? Chazal say, Mishatinik, Mishamasfel Adavir, Oviv Malamdoi, Torah Tziv Alon Moshe Merdosh Kilos Yaakov. So we see from this that the first thing in Chinuch is Torah. Even though Tefillah is so important, Lepoil, and in a way it's Mustaber. If a child is a little child, has to know first thing, you ask a Shaila. You ask your Rebbe, you ask your father, you ask a Rav, you ask a Shaila. What to do, how to do. A kid, the first thing that a kid is taught in the chinuch is Torah Tziv Alonu Moshe, Moirosha Kilos Yaakov. So the first thing of the first stick that we have to use is the Mata Moshe Rabbeinu, and then we use the Mata Aaron. Mitzad the Maila of Moshe Rabbeinu is it's only a technical thing. Because this reason, because it's not nice that Moshe Rabbeinu should hit the Yor, because he was Nitzal al Yor, therefore Dam Tzvadei Kinim he's not going to do it. It's a technical reason. Not like the Zohar. The Zohar, it sounds like David didn't want that his Mata should become Tumadik. But that's not what Rashi said. Rashi is a technical reason. It's not nice. Betzimot they can't turn. So the lesson is that the Mata Torah is a very, very strong Mata. The Mata of Torah is a very, very strong. The first Mata that a Yid has to use, you have to use a Mata sometimes to hit the Yetzirah, right? To hit the dog. So the first Mata that a Yid has is always the Mata of Moshe Rabbeinu, the Mata of Torah. We need a big Mata now. We need a big Mata. The leadership is, it's unfortunately, it's very, very sad. And a lot of Yidden thought that if this guy will be in Washington and that guy will be in Washington, it's not negay to the guy. It's negay what the Yid. The Rebbe said a lot of times, even remember back then when Jimmy Carter, the Rebbe said it's not about Jimmy Carter, it's about the Yid. If the Yid will stand betoikev, and they'll say that the Eibishter says in the Torah that if the enemy comes against you, and this is how you protect the Yid, and that's what I'm going to do because the Eibishter said to do so, not because I'm a chochem, because the Eibishter said, and it's mata lakim biyodi, and that's the problem. The problem is when we say correctly about oitzim yodi. Oh, we have a big army, and don't worry, Arik Sharon said, we're going to go out, and if we're going to, don't worry, we're going to hit them good. That's without mata lakim. That was the mata of Gaiva. That was the mata of...
Most of the people in Israel, even the police from jail, they posted in Arabic. They called them it posted, they are very... What do you mean like this? They
let them go.
Let them go. What's up?
It's not that they can't do nothing. It's not their strength. It's not in their hands. It's the policy that they stopped doing.
Open the door. You took the wrong.
Exactly.
Exactly. They gotta
same
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, shoot them for
So go back to Israel and be part of a... We are talking,
that's the only language they know.
Let's fly into Israel, become part of the... Right. Fly to Israel, become part of the army, and it's not going to be... Exactly. No, but it's not about the decision. And that's what I'm telling you. The people that don't have...
the government?
They're not government. This is people that are in the cities, that are trying to...
Thinking. We're lacking the mata lakim, the tkifus that has to be from mata lakim. When a yid goes with mata lakim, then he has the toikif to go and to do the right thing, to be respectful to Pari, and to give kavod malachim, but the same thing to say what the Eibishter said, and to say it straight.
Now, by the way, I don't understand why the Washington didn't want the Alter to come on his own, because he had to first learn Torah, then learn Tefillah.
Okay, very good.
No, he said that. No, eventually
that. Alter Rebbe said he knows already learned Torah a little bit. Shkech, everyone that's joining us, have a great night. Tonight is the Yortzeit of the Rambam, and the Rambam was really Mata Torah. The Rambam was a very much in Mata Torah. Last night I was talking to the children. He was talking Egypt. And the kids said, I don't know why, but do you have this that the kids have? There's Barrel Wine put out a few videos, now they have CDs, whatever, from the history of the Rambam, Barashi.
You
have it?
Another one.
Now the kids told me that there's one on the Barbanel. I never watched that one. But when the kids were very young, we had the video cassettes, and I watched with them 100 times the one with the Rambam. No, not a disc. I had a video.
Because the big cassette.
The cassette. So the Rambam, we had the Rambam and Rashi. Those two. So years later, the kids are telling me, Tati, that the Rambam was very sad. So I said, why is the Rambam so uplifting?
His brother.
Because he's always suffering. Nebuch, the Almighty's come, and then he runs away. And here in Morocco, they tried to capture him, and the brother passes away, and his father passes away, and his wife passes away. I said, wow, truth is, I always saw the story of the Rambam's life, the opposite, such strength. He always stands up, and he goes strong weiter. He always stands up, and he goes strong weiter. And whatever it is, so many changes in his life. He's learning day and night. Now he's a doctor day and night, because he thinks he could help the Yidden through that. And he always goes with strength. Because that's Mata Lakim. That's Mata Lakim. So L'chaim. We should take the Mata Lakim. It's easy for us to say those people. But look, what we see, Torah, the Lumad Anitzori. The Lumad that we see what happens when you don't take Mata Lakim. That every one of us should take Mata Lakim And our Anhoga in our house, and our Daladamas should be with Mata Lakim.
Amen.
L'chaim, l'chaim. Good night. Thank you.
I'm reminded of Harry Potter.
Oh, you love it, forever. Yeah, me too. Thank you. Yeah, everyone told me that.
Sure.
What can I tell you?